Hello my pals, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little summertime glam look for you guys. I did this tutorial on my Instagram yesterday, so it's pretty much the same thing except I'm talking through it and kind of doing a little chit chat, like get ready with me kind of a little bit. But yeah, it's a little bit different. I did switch some products out from yesterday's little tutorial, so yeah, if you want to know how I created this look, just keep on watching. So first I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Baby Skin Primer to fill up my pores and make my skin just look nice and smooth. This is one of my favorite, I don't want to say more natural primers because it's not by any means, but I don't know, it just makes my skin just feel nice and refreshed, if you know what I mean. Now we're gonna put on my favorite foundation of all time, which is the Maybelline Super Stay 24 Hour or Super Matte? I can never remember the name of this, but it is my absolute favorite foundation ever. It just gives you full coverage, it lasts all day, and it's seriously beautiful. My foundation, or not my foundation, my beauty blender still smells like the Huda Beauty foundation. And if you've seen my past videos, I seriously can't stand the smell of that foundation. I think that's why I don't like it so much. Because, I don't know, the coverage of it, like, if you watch my, my April favorites and hate-its, you can see why I don't particularly like the foundation. But it's just, I can't handle the smell. I've talked to a couple of Instagrammers who like that foundation, and I just said, yeah, I can't really stand the smell, and they're like, oh, I don't really notice it, and it's like, or I don't think it smells like really anything, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so it smells so florally, and I don't think a foundation should smell florally, you know. Now I look like a ghost, so that's always good. Now it's time for me to go in with my Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer, and this is another one of my favorites. Obviously the Tarte Shape Tape, I talk about it all the time, is one of my favorites, but this has to be close second. It's just really nice and it gives really, really good coverage, so yeah, I really like it. I'm just gonna use concealer as my eyeshadow primer today, only because I forgot to grab one when I came over here, so I don't really feel like getting up and grabbing one. Super lazy, I know. Now it's time to set my under eyes, and I'm going to do that with my Too Faced Born This Way setting powder, loose powder, whatever you want to call it. This is another one of my absolute favorites. I love this setting powder. It does wonders for my under eyes. I just hate, I have the biggest dark circle under this eye, and it makes me really angry because my left eye isn't that bad at all. Like, that one's normal, but then I have this little guy over here who likes to show up, and I mean, with this lighting you can't really tell as much, but I don't know, it's a problem. It really is a problem. Gotta set those smile lines too, because I get those and it's really ugly. Now it's time for the eyes, so I'm gonna go in with my Natasha Denona Sunset palette, which looks like this. I mean, everybody knows what this looks like, but I thought I'd just show you anyways. And then I also am going to use the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette, which I really, really like this palette. It's really cute and has really nice pops color in here. So first I'm going to go in with this kind of pinky shade, and I'm just going to set my concealer that I have on my eyes with this, even though it is pretty pigmented, as you can tell, but I need something to set it with, and I don't really feel like using the white in this palette just because it's a little shimmery. Now I'm going to go in with this brownie shade right here, and I'm just going to put that into my crease. These shadows are very, very pigmented, so you will have to tap off your brush. I seriously love Natasha Denona eyeshadows more than anything. They are so beautiful, and I want to get another one so bad, like I've talked about in my, I think it was my top 5 eyeshadow palette video. So yeah, I seriously like suggest getting one if you do have the extra money, but a lot of people don't have an extra $129 sitting around, which I totally understand because I'm a broke college student, but I still spend my money on makeup. Only because, okay, see, I gotta talk about this quick because a lot of people ask me, like, you're in college, so why are you spending your money on makeup? See, I live at home, which is very nice because I go to the community college where I live, and so my parents aren't making me pay to stay here, which is very nice, and so they're also very generously paying for my college, so I don't really have anything to pay for at the moment. I do, every paycheck I get from work, I transfer at least a $50 to $100 into my savings account from every paycheck, so I do have a lot in my savings, just so you know. And I just have to talk about this all the time, like, and people think that my parents are buying me all my makeup because, you know, they do have the money to pay for everything else for me, which honestly is great. It's very nice that I do get to have that opportunity, but I pay for all of my makeup. Yes, I've gotten things from my parents, like for Christmas and stuff, but for the most part, I pay for every single makeup product that I have, so I just want to put that out there just because I've gotten questions about it, and I've, like, yeah, I just wanted to say something about that really quick. I might get judged for that, but that's just how things are in my life. So yeah, like I said, it's very nice that my parents are paying for my college, and so thank you, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this. I do appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to me that I don't have to go into debt or paying student loans and all that stuff, but yeah, so I pay for all of my makeup, just so you know. But back to the makeup look. Next, I'm going to be taking this little darker orangey shade and mixing it, here, that shade, and then I'm going to mix a little bit with this darker one. And I'm going to put that kind of in my outer crease area. I've just noticed that my shoulders, like in this sweatshirt, because it's so big, like make my shoulders look like it just goes down, and it's like really weird. So that's why I'm looking like at, like not at the camera, like I'm looking at like the screen, because it just looks really awkward. This is kind of like my normal like makeup kind of routine type of thing. Like I do like the same almost like color and like, I don't want to say pattern, but like the way I do my makeup every day, like the colors, I mean, like I always do this type of color scheme, like literally every day, and it's kind of bad, like, but I'm experimenting more, so that makes me happy that I'm starting to experiment more with color, and that's what this look was mainly for. Oh yeah, I'm using the Morphe M441 brush, if you're wondering. I used like the same brushes too, just because I love them. So I pretty much use the same brush in every single video, which, yeah, I know, but now I'm going in with the Electric Obsessions palette, and I'm going to take this pink color right there. I don't think these have names, so I don't know what it is, but it's a very, very, very pigmented pink. And I always want to start on this side because this is always the eye that I start with, but since the camera's like this way, I want to do it this way for you so you guys can see what I'm doing right away. But I love this pink. It's so like electric, and I just, well, I mean, that's probably why it's called Electric Obsessions, but yeah, I just think this is a beautiful pink shade, and this is like, people know me for being like pink and loving pink. This is my favorite color, so this is my favorite shade of pink, which is very nice. I love this nice electric, like pink, like bubblegummy pink, like color. Like, you know, it just makes me very happy just looking at it. Like, I could just stare at the color pink all day and it would make me so happy, which I guess is really weird, but like, I love it. Yeah, I'm kind of a weird person, but oh well. So I'm just gonna take this like Tarte Unicorn brush, kind of the blender one, and I'm just gonna take that shade we first started with, which is like this brown right here, and I'm just gonna take a tiny little bit of this on the brush, like a tiny bit, and I'm just gonna blend everything out. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna start with that eye. Oh well. So now is my favorite part of this look, and it is the shimmer that goes on the lid, and I am using this beautiful gold shimmer right here. I'm just gonna apply that with my fingers because it's the best way to apply these shadows, I think. So, yeah. I just love applying shimmers with my finger because I just feel like they apply so much better. Like, I mean, you can use a brush and use Fix Plus to get them really nice, but I just feel like using your finger is kind of the best way to apply them. But these shimmers are so pigmented and so creamy to the touch. Like, I could just like sit here and just rub this shade all day. I know that sounds really weird, but it is beautiful and it feels so amazing. Like, when I first got this palette, I was just swatching all the shades and I was like, I am in love. I seriously love this more than anything. So I think it's just with my eye shape, but I guess it could be for anyone too. But I always, whenever I use my finger, especially on this eye, I get tons of fallout right here because I touch, I guess, right there. So I just take my beauty blender and I just kind of like, so I don't mess with the powder that's under my eye. I just kind of like dab a little bit just to get most of that off. And I get some on this eye too, but it's not as bad. I just don't know if it's just the way my eyes are shaped that makes me always touch my bottom lid or what, but whatever, it's easy to clean up. So I'm just going to take this white shade and I'm going to put it in my inner corners just to lighten things up a little bit. So now we're done with the eyeshadow, so we're going to move on to the other parts of the eyes, and I'm going to use the new Smashbox, what is this, the Always On Liquid Liner, and I used this yesterday in the tutorial, and I loved this so much. It was my first time, and let me just say, I seriously love this. It's, like, amazing. I love, like, the tip on here because it doesn't, like, move a lot. Kind of like the Kat Von D one kind of moves a little bit, but this one, like, stays. If you know what I'm talking about. I'm really bad at explaining things, but this liner just does wonders, like, for real. Like, it's so nice, and it's, like, nice and black, too, because I've had problems with eyeliners not being super black, and there was this one I actually used for a long time. I can't remember what it is. Is it Revlon? Maybe it's either Revlon or Maybelline, and it's like one of those ones. It's like the pen type, not a pen, because I guess this is kind of a pen, isn't it? But it's like the ones that it's like in a little rounder, like, pot type of thing, and it has, you know, the stick that comes out of it. Yeah, and you take it out and it's like the felt, like, kind of tip thing, like paintbrush type of style one, if that makes any sense. I don't have it over here, otherwise I would show it to you, but I used that for a long time and I really liked it because it was nice and easy to apply, but the problem is that it's very see-through, like, if that makes sense. I can't think of the word. Transparent, I guess, maybe. It's like, you can see it's black, but, like, you can see, like, that it doesn't, like, show up, like, it's not pigmented, I guess. I should have said that in the beginning, it's not pigmented. But if you know me, I don't know what I'm talking about ever, so I just kind of ramble about things. So, yeah, whoops. But, yeah, I really liked that liner. But then, I figured out that you don't want your eyeliner to look like that. I guess I used that a lot more, like, when I was into makeup, but I didn't really know anything about makeup, really, so, like, I just kind of used, like, whatever, and I didn't really know if anything, like, what was good and what wasn't good, so I just kind of didn't care. Like, I didn't think anything was, like, wrong with it. I just thought that's how eyeliner was supposed to look, but that's not how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to be nice and pigmented. So I just put my wings on off camera just because it's not that interesting, but yeah, I used the Vogue Effects liner stamp things just because it's so much easier to do your wing, especially when you suck at drawing wings, so they always look, like, super wonky, so I just like to stamp them on, and it makes everything so much easier. So I highly recommend those if you're bad at doing wings, because I am. Now I'm gonna do my lashes, but I'm gonna do those off camera just so it's not super, like, weird, but I'm gonna use these ones, which are, like, one of my favorites. I used my newer ones in the tutorial yesterday, but I want to use these instead today just because they're a little bit easier to apply for me, But yeah, you can see I use these ones a lot, especially because of that. But I got these, I think, at Walmart like a long time ago, so I don't really know what they are. But I think they're from Kiss, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I got these for when I did dance competitions, so that's why they're so like dramatic. But I cut these two down, so they're a little nicer. But yeah, I'll be right back. So the lashes are on, and I seriously love these lashes a lot. Like, they are kind of dramatic, but I really like it. So now I'm just going to use some mascara to kind of connect them, and I'm going to use my Roller Lash, which is one of my favorite mascaras ever. Now that we're done with the eyes, it's time to go to the face, and I'm going to use my Too Faced Natural Face Palette, and I am absolutely loving this palette. It smells so good. It reminds me of Perkins, like the restaurant. I don't know why, but it does. But I use this for my bronzer and my blush. Like, this is all I've been using lately. Like, I sometimes use the highlights, but I like ones that are a little more like poppin', you know? So for like bronzer, I mix the shades Sunny Honey and Tropic Like It's Hot. I just mix them, and instead of doing like a regular contour, I just kind of like go like this on my face. I just bronze it up a little bit just because I'm not really a contour person. I just kind of like a bronzed like cheek, you know? And then I do that, mix those again, and then I go on my jawline a little bit, and then I'll do that again and just do my hairline. And for blush, I'll do the same thing. I'll mix the colors Pink Wink and Pink Sand just so it's not super pigmented, because I found that Pink Wink, the really pink one, is super pigmented, and I really love the color pink, as I was talking about earlier, but I do not want like a clown pink blush, because that's what I found. Like, I barely dipped my brush into there, and it was like full on like neon pink, and I was like, oh god. But yeah, this is like the perfect combination. I really, really love this. So now my favorite part of my whole makeup routine is highlighting, and I'm going to use my Anastasia Sugar Glow Kit and mix the two shades right here, which are Marshmallow and Gumdrop. And yeah, this combination is literally perfect. Like, look. Oh my goodness, we gotta add some more. We always gotta add some more highlight. I'm dead. I'm deceased. It's just beautiful. I love Anastasia Glow Kits. The pigment is so there, and it's just, they're beautiful. Like, look at that. Now I'm going to do my nose. And for me, I don't just do my Cupid's bow, I kind of do my whole, like, area. I do my, this whole area under my nose. I just think it looks really cute. I don't know, it may look stupid, but I don't know, I think it looks really cute, but I literally spent like 5 minutes trying to look for my lipstick because this is a mess, but I found it, and I'm going to use the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the shade Babe Alert, and I am really loving this shade like a lot. I wore it for, I think, my top 5 eyeshadow palette video, and I'm just loving it. I love the doe foot applicator on this, especially for my lip shape. I won't talk about my lip shape. I won't talk about my lip shape again because everybody's probably getting annoyed of it because I talk about it all the time, but it works really well with my lip shape. So here's the final look, but I guess the last thing I have to do is add some MAC Fix Plus. So refreshing. So yeah, this is the final summertime glam look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it because I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I really like filming these little tutorial videos for you guys. So if you haven't already, subscribe down below and hit the little bell if you want to be notified for future videos. That makes more sense. So I hope you all had a wonderful time watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, pals. Love you.